Hey, great morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Set Your Day with Dr. J. 20 minutes of positivity to boost your productivity throughout your day. So excited about today's message. We're going to be talking about the fact that every great achievement that's ever been accomplished in the earth requires a willingness to begin small. Wow, this is going to be a hot topic today. I want you to do me a favor. That's what we do every morning. We start off our day by giving. So go up there and hit the share button, if you would, please. And hey, I got a couple announcements for you also. So excited about next week. Next week on Tuesday night, we are doing a webinar, and we're going to be talking about the dynamic of building an expert empire. So, hey, if you're looking for other avenues, if you're facing some challenges in your finances in this season of your life, I'm going to show you next week. I'm going to explain it all to you about how to build an expert empire without quitting your job, without eating up a bunch of family time, and how literally right out of your home that you can start building an expert empire to start off generating the possibility is six-figure income on the side and even build a seven-figure expert empire. So it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be talking about that. And all you got to do is go to 83kwebinar.com. So you'll see a post down below, a link down below, and you can register, get your seat locked in for that. And it's free. It's free. I'm going to be talking about it later. So also don't forget Financial Fast Track, how to experience abundance, accelerate results, and eliminate bad debt. Hey, that is still available. You can pick up your free copy. Just go to financialfasttrack.com. We already bought the book. We just ask you to pay the shipping, and we don't charge you some crazy price for the shipping. It's just basically it's just what they charge us for shipping it to you. That's it. So let's jump into this topic because I've been thinking a lot about where I'm at today. Because in 2002, everything completely fell apart. And from March 2002 to March of 2003, so 2002, 2003, that whole year right there, I was living in my mother-in-law's house. And it was a really, really difficult time in my life. And so I basically was at a place where I had to start completely over. And that's why I wanted to share with you today that as we begin to move out into our day to day, out into our week, uh, that we got to keep in mind this fact that everything that's ever been achieved in the earth, I don't care what it is, everything requires a willingness, right, to begin small. And here's what I find today is that most people see the big and then they never want to start because they want to be big instantly, right? And so they see people on television and say, "Hey, hey, I want to be on television. I want to be a speaker on television. Hey, I want to," they see a person that is a best-selling author making a bunch of money. They say, "Wow, I want to be an author." Oh, okay, they see the people on social media. They see these guys who are talking about success and talking about how they can help you. And some of them can. Some of them are on there are some very successful people. They're flying around on their private helicopters and flying in their private jets. Hey, I'm down with all that. That's fine. But we see that, right? And we see greatness, and we see what others have achieved, and we kind of look at that and say, man, well, man, how can I start? How can I start building my business? I don't have a helicopter. I don't have a jet. I don't have 300 employees yet. And so most people, right, they see that and they want to be that, and they don't understand that it takes faith and courage and guts to start something, right? And not just start it. Remember, he's the author and finisher of our faith. He's the beginning, he is the end. And what I find is that many people, they just don't want to start because they don't want to start, they don't want to start unless they start big. And my friend, that's a violation of a basic principle. You look at all these people who've achieved really big things. You look at the Bill Gates. He started his Microsoft in a garage. You look at Steve Jobs. He started in a garage. You look at the guy who created Facebook. I mean, he started in a dorm room, right? I mean, everything big always has to begin with someone being willing to start small. And that's why when I reflect back, here I was, in my mother-in-law's house. Life had reduced me down, and I was traveling and I was speaking in churches, but that's all I was doing. And I had to like begin again. I had to start all over. And I had a card table, right? I had a computer, and at that time I had an old flip phone. Remember the flip phones? That's all I had. And I said, you know what? I got to start where I'm at. I got to take what I do have and I need to use it. And here's the thought: whatever you've been given is enough to create anything else that you have been promised. So, what do you have has to be your focus instead of focusing on, I don't have a jet, I don't have a helicopter, I don't have all these employees. It's like, well, what's in your hand? What did God give you already? If you got a card table, use the card table. Don't be ashamed of the fact that you're starting small. There's nothing wrong with starting small. As a matter of fact, God rejoices at your start because everything big always starts small. That's the principle. So, hey, I remember the days of working off that card table and that Toshiba laptop. It was about this thick, the laptop. It weighed about 100. It weighed about 100 pounds. It's like carrying a brick around. And I remember I had the phone would ring, and I had to answer. Hello, Keith Johnson International. Keith Johnson International, right? International. I had never even traveled outside of the country before. Keith Johnson International. Is Keith Johnson there? Just a minute. Hello, this is Keith Johnson. Thank you for calling me. No. Those were back in the small days, man. Those were back in the days where I was willing to start saying, man, not only do I want to be a speaker, I also want to start my consulting and my coaching business. And I want to start to begin to write books. And I want to begin to create a training material. That's where Destiny College was created. I want to create a systematic way where we can begin to develop leaders. And I started Destiny College in that little house. I started building the brand America's #1 confidence coach in that house. That all started in that house. All of what I'm doing today was birthed in a small place. And I love Job 8, verse 7. It says, though our beginning is small, yet my latter end shall increase abundantly. And as we begin to set our minds, I want you to just begin to think, right? That right now I may be small, but in order to set your mind right, you gotta focus on not what is, you gotta set your mind right to focus on what's gonna be. And yes, I'm in a small place now, but I'm not staying here forever. You got to live in the future before it appears. You got to go into your future and see the big and then come back and keep plugging away. One customer at a time, one sale at a time. Just like with writing a book. How do I write a book? Oh man, I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you through a 30-day program on how to write a book. Okay, but let me tell you something. How do you write a book? I'm going to show you. One word at a time, one sentence at a time. That's small. Small. How do you write a whole book? Small. One word. Confidence. Okay, I started with my book. Confidence. Period. You need a lot of it. Period. Amen. One word, one sentence, one paragraph, one chapter at a time, right? But you got to be willing to start small and begin something. Not allow your fears, your uncertainties, and all your self doubt. Well, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't happen? Not allow all of that to keep you from starting. Oh, I'm afraid if I start that I'll fail. I'm afraid that if I start and I don't complete it, people will make fun of me. People, now, who cares? Who cares? Most of them don't have the courage and the backbone and the guts to start anything. They're just the armchair, people sitting back. They're like the guy up in the stands criticizing the quarterback down on the field, trying to tell him how he should play. And you haven't even thrown a football, much less have you. You haven't even tried. You haven't even tried. You have no right to judge the guy that's in the arena, fighting, sweating, working to achieve something. You have no right. Shut up. Shut up. Just go shut up. But you're the man in the arena. The man in the arena says, I've got the guts to get in the arena. I got the guts to start small. Because I know the crowd in the stands, they won't start. And God's looking for somebody to start, to begin. And God sits up there and claps and says, man, you have the guts. I'm proud of you. And so I want some of you need to hear that today. You need to hear that God is proud of you. And yes, it takes a lot of effort. When you're small, it takes some effort. It takes some work to get that ball rolling, to get momentum happening in your life, in your business, in writing that book and developing the courses and the training programs. Yes, when you're starting, it takes a lot of effort. And sometimes when you begin a thing, it's just you. It's just you. But you begin and you begin to see it's not going to be just me forever. I'm going to build a team. I'm going to create a movement, and people are going to come and they're going to jump on this movement, and they're going to help me to move this ball down the court. And you just keep on keeping on. You just say, though my beginning was small, yet my latter end shall increase abundantly. And you keep moving the ball, and you're moving the ball. And then you get another person that helps you move the ball. And then you get another person that helps you move the ball. And all of a sudden you got multiple people helping you move the ball, and you start getting the ball rolling, and momentum starts happening in your life, and increase starts happening for you. Though my beginning was small, yet my latter end shall increase abundantly. I want you to run that through your mind over and over and over again, because that was Job's decree when he literally lost everything. And people are experiencing a lot of loss, and maybe you've experienced some loss in this season of your life. Loss of money, loss of a job, loss of health, loss of a loved one, loss of your business. I don't know what that is, but many times in our life, there's sometimes we just have to begin again, because life flows in seasons, right? There's a spring, there's a summer, there's a fall, there is a winter time, there's a time where things just collapse and break down, and it's all necessary for spring to come, and for the fresh new flowers to spring up, and to grow even more beautiful than what they were in the last season. And sometimes those seasons of beginning again are the natural processes of life, and you have to flow and be willing to reinvent and begin again. And it's nothing wrong with that. There is no spring without a winter, right? So the snow has to come. Things have to happen. And many times the crisis of winter is this springboard for us to move us to higher dimensions, to moving us from glory to glory to glory. So you got to start off at the first glory before you get to the big glory, right? So I hope you've enjoyed this today. I see many of you on the chat. Hey, Destiny. Hey, Irene from Cameroon. Hey, you're so faithful. Hey, Janice. Good to see you this morning. Hey, Dr. Kelly. Great to see you. She said, grateful for Destiny College. Yeah, I think Dr. Kelly got her doctorate degree from us, I believe. And I believe she's going on for a PhD. Kudos to you, Dr. Kelly. Proud of you. Bernard, hey Bernard, he's going through Destiny College too. Deborah Wright, good to see you. Forgiveness coach. Hey, if you got some issues going on, go see Deborah Wright. She'll help you get straightened up with getting healing over something bad that happened to you in some relationship somewhere along the line. Coach Sherry's online, the progress coach, she's online. So good to see you. Good to see everybody. So don't despise this time of small beginning. Keep your head in the game, but be willing to start, and always remember it's okay. It's okay to start out of your garage. It's okay to start small. But it's not okay to end small. Okay? Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. There's a big, big, big God in you, right? And guess what? He believes in you more than what you believe in yourself. So start, begin, and don't get discouraged just because you're not big yet. It'll happen. God bless. If you've enjoyed this, go up and hit the share button. Come on, come on. This is a good one today, right? Every great achievement requires a willingness from a human being down here on the earth to start small. If that's you and you're going to say yes, post yes below. If you want to grab my book, just hit book down below. My Fast Track Robot will connect you. Or also, if you want to be part of a group that I'm doing, it's online. It's a master group. Right now, I'm giving free access. Just hit fast. Just hit fast down below. My Fast Track bot will send you to that private group to be able to sign up for it. All right. See you later every morning, 7 a.m. See you tomorrow. God bless.